The environmental movement has been screaming the world is ending for decades. Still, most people don't seem to be moved by the messaging. What is wrong? Well, at least it seems that a pure rational messaging isn't enough. Could we learn from arts, from creative industries, or even the film industry about ways to tell better stories? Donatella De Paoli is an associate professor at a Norwegian business school. She leads the research group on organizational change and development. Donatella really inspired me the first time I heard her lecture. She had a guest speak at the storytelling course at Norwegian business school, and I remember her telling that a radical new way of communicating is necessary if we want to drive climate action in the future. So since I am going to devote my time in the next years to be a part of making a better communication around climate change and the need to act, on this channel we will explore better ways of communicating about climate change and new stories that could actually drive climate action. I'm really excited to get to interview Donatella about this topic. So here's the interview and enjoy. Donatella, how are you?
Yes, I'm very fine, thank you.
You told us that the environment and sustainability movement has been quite bad at telling compelling stories.
Yes, I try to be updated on what's happening, both on TV and radio and conferences and about sustainable issues and the global climate crisis. And what strikes me, why hasn't it engaged me more? And then, since I've been working with Terje Gaustad on this article and this research on storytelling, it appears to me that there is something about how stories are told. So I've been actually using myself as an example that I haven't been touched, I haven't been engaged. Actually, the more information I've got, the more passive I've become. And one of the things that I've been thinking about, interested in art, aesthetics and visuals and all that, why when I go and get something cultural or artistic, I get much more moved. I get involved, and I've been thinking about that there is something about this way of a very scientific and very factual way of communicating the global warming and the climate crisis. So that's why I think that actually the arts and creative industries and arts-based methods like storytelling has a big potential, can contribute a lot.
Why do you think storytelling is an important part of driving climate action?
In storytelling and the way they use it making Hollywood movies, and the way it's actually used generally also making film, TV series, all that, is that you have to have a protagonist, you have to have an actor. And but the actor doesn't need to be a person, it can be an organization and it can be a business, but it can also be the globe, it can be the natural the nature, you know. And why is this word not surviving, or why is this organization or person not succeeding? It's about the antagonistic forces. It makes you identify with it. It also touches you, also because you use other words. You use the word of films or whatever expression that is, you know, through the arts that is engaging people through the senses.
In the storytelling course, we taught about different roles in a story. In a good story, though, like the protagonist, which is the kind of the hero.
Yeah.
The protagonist having a goal, and then the antagonist is trying to hinder the protagonist to reach his or her goal. And I have been thinking that maybe in the traditional climate communication that we, the people, are presented as the antagonist. Kind of,
yes.
we should be ashamed
yes.
Of ourselves, the way
point.
we live our life. We should stop doing a lot of things we're doing today. We should stop doing a lot of the things we like doing, and we're kind of the problem.
It's true. We are the problem because we are not doing anything.
Nobody is getting enthusiastic about that.
No. I think that the protagonist should actually be the word seas, and with the fishes and with the animals, and what is the antagonist? That would be, for instance, businesses or companies or also politicians that are not thinking like that. They should make us feel that we are part, and and all small changes can actually change the whole pollution on all the ruining of the wonderful nature. Through the research group there of 15 researchers that have been researching on the art and culture and creative industries for many years, which I think is very important also, is embodiment, that you have to perceive something. And this is also interesting now with the new virtual reality. You can actually make films where you actually get absorbed into the rainforest or into the animals and how they're struggling.
Hard question probably, but who should take the lead in making new and better stories about
No, I think that we have to involve the art and culture institutions, businesses, but also the creative industries, popular culture. They are driven by having this artistic autonomy, which is very art for art's sake. Yeah. Nobody, not a politician, nobody's going to control us.
Are you optimistic about the future? I mean,
I think when people start to be present and mindful about what they're eating, where they are looking at the sky or seeing the plastic that is coming into beaches, if they are present in their lives. That's why I teach mindful or present leadership, because you have to be embodied to actually feel what's going on, and also you need to have a certain contact with nature. I was at a seminar at NTNU presenting, giving a speech, and there was PhD students on architecture about how to make buildings where people can actually grow their own vegetables. Not that they are going to be living of that, but you just get a relation with the earth and everything you grow. So you have to be connected actually to the real world. People are in this. I think that the change will happen very rapid, and there has to be a sort of full crisis before, so maybe you haven't seen that yet. It's interesting, I mean, reflecting upon it, because I think before it actually happens that it changes completely, where people are repulsed by thinking just about consumption, thinking also about maximizing wealth and profits. I think you have to they defend. So the people that are in certain fields, they defend themselves. Because what we need now is new models. We cannot think that it's not possible to change. We have to believe in the change, and we just have to produce new models for living, new models of consuming, new models of relating to the earth. That's how I see it before you have this paradigmatic change.
If you are interested in driving climate action, subscribe to these channels and let's make a change together. I see you soon.